Hi everyone, I'm Paul Lohr. I'm the Financial Coaching Coordinator here at Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity. And today we're going to talk about just a general overview of the whole home buying experience. So from thinking that you want to buy a home to searching to what happens next after you find that home all the way to closing. So the first step in becoming a homeowner is to have that desire to want to purchase. Home searching and that whole process of buying a home can be very time intensive and can also be a very emotional process too. So you want to make sure that purchasing a home and buying a home is kind of what you really want to do. So what's next after you've kind of figured that out, that this is what you want to do and you want to become a homeowner? Thinking about, are you prepared? Not just with the desire, but the timing. Is this the best timing in your life? Do you have other things going on that might distract from your ability to really focus on searching for a home, or that could be stressors or just distractions? And then thinking about just the additional costs of being a homeowner. We've talked about this in a previous video, so I'll just mention it very briefly, but you can refer back to that video if you want to know a little bit more about what some of these additional costs are. But there will be a lot of financial and non-financial additional costs that you want to be aware of and make sure that you are really prepared to take these things on. So things like property taxes, association fees, maintenance costs, increased utility costs and expenses, yard work, additional work of doing snow removal. So just some of those things, and like I said, just refer back to the previous video that we talked about additional costs if you want to know more. So let's say that you've done all of those things, thought about owning a home for years, are mentally prepared. What's next? What do you do after that? The biggest thing is to find out what you can afford. Knowing what you're able to buy, but then also identifying a mortgage lender that you might want to work with and get pre-approved. So you don't have to limit yourself to one particular lender, and it's also a good idea to talk to multiple lenders so that you can just compare the services and prices that they offer. And some lenders will even specialize in loan products for first-time home buyers, and that can have some benefits, such as the qualification terms may be just a little bit friendlier to first-time homebuyers, so it's something that you could qualify for that would work for you. And they also may put more thought and time into answering questions that you might have as a first-time homebuyer because you've never gone through this experience before. So the size of your loan can vary from lender to lender, depending on the criteria that they use and the percentage of your income that each lender uses to calculate your pre-approval, as well as the loan options that are offered by the lender. So let's say that you don't qualify for a mortgage product, or you're not successful at getting a pre-approval. We do have a separate video on how to get your financial house in order so that you do qualify. So you can check that out for more tips and suggestions on how to proceed. Once you've gotten that financial profile in order, you can try to get a pre-approval again. So let's say now you've got that pre-approval, you'll be able to know what you can afford, and it's time to start your home search. So after finding out what you qualify for and what you can afford, it's time to start your home search. When you're searching for a home, we usually recommend working with a realtor because the realtor can really guide you through this process. Not everyone will decide to work with a realtor, but it's just an additional benefit and good resource to have that realtor walk you through the process, as well as negotiate that transaction for you and provide a lot of helpful, honest advice. The home search can be very tedious, and you might have to look at multiple homes, view a lot of homes before you find the one that really works for you. So let's say that you find the home that you love and you're ready to make an offer. This is where working with a realtor can come in handy. They'll provide you advice on the market, how much to offer the seller, and other things that you should include in your offer so that it's accepted. So let's say that you put in that offer and now it's accepted. There's additional steps that must happen first before you can close on that home or before you can actually own that home. So some of those things, so those items are really important and want to make sure that they are done. So the first thing is a home inspection. Strongly recommend that you do a home inspection. It is done at the cost of the home buyer, so you would be covering for that expense. But it only benefits you if you move forward with the purchase. The inspector will do a deep inspection of the home, and that will help you to kind of understand what the condition of the home will be like. They'll point out potential issues or concerns that you should be aware of. And in some cases, after you get that inspection report, you can negotiate with the seller to fix some of those issues before you proceed with the purchase and before you get to closing. So that appraisal is just general information that will be helpful to you so that you're aware of like what the condition is, when you might want to start thinking about replacing some of the appliances, things like that. So the appraisal will be the next step that's required by your lender to check the value of the property that you're purchasing. They'll usually work with an unbiased third-party appraisal company to come out and determine the value of that home. And the reason lenders do this is just to make sure that the property that they're borrowing money to you for to purchase is actually worth that amount. The lender will feel more comfortable if what they're lending you is actually what the home is worth. And it will also help you know too if you're overpaying for the home. So after the appraisal has been completed, you'll get a copy of that appraisal report. And you'll want to make sure that you get homeowner's insurance purchased to protect the home. So this is a crucial piece, not just about protecting the home, but it's also a requirement by your lender, as you won't be able to close on the home without showing proof of insurance. With the homeowner's insurance, you can purchase it from any insurance company of your choice. So there's no rules or things that are dictated. You can choose any company that you want, and a lot of times people will work with the auto insurance company that they have because they might get a discount by having multiple policies with the company. So just like with your auto insurance, you can always change that insurance company later on in the future, so don't fret too much about finding the right one. Like, you just want to find a company that works for your budget and provides the coverage that you need and you want to really protect that home. But it's not something that you can't go back to and update or adjust or change companies. So the big day is here, closing. You've done all of that work to get to closing, everything's prepared. Closing is just the big day where you sign all of the legal documents to transfer the ownership of the home to you. And it's usually attended by both the seller and the buyer, along with their agents, the title company, and the lender. This will also be when you bring any closing costs that you need to pay to closing, and the lender will tell you kind of how much it is that you'll need to bring. So they'll work with you to make sure that you're prepared and informed and ready for closing. There'll be a lot of forms that you'll have to sign, and these are all legal forms, so you just want to make sure that you're taking your time to read them and understand what it is that you're signing. So don't be afraid to take the time and ask questions and thoroughly review everything so that you're feeling comfortable and that you understand what it is that you're signing. So once the final form is signed, you're handed the keys to your new home, and you're now officially the new homeowner. So congratulations, you've just become a homeowner. So a lot of things go into the process of purchasing a home, and even before you've taken the steps to start that home search, there's things that you need to consider and get in place to start that process. And then the home buying process itself can be pretty daunting, and a lot of things that still need to happen after you have found the home, like the inspection and the appraisal before you get to the closing table. So many things to be aware of. You can download a copy of our first-time homebuyer guide that lays out all of these steps in more detail at tchabitat.org/first-time-homebuyer. So that will give you all of these steps and more details to help walk you and guide you through this process. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, or subscribe. And for more first-time homebuyer tips, visit our website at home.tchabitat.org.